You want to see something sad? Look at that. That's sadness. Sadness. My little buddy, my little drone just broken. Good morning, I'm LT. I'm an alcoholic addict who has not had any mind-altering substances for over 2.5 years. This is a channel about recovery. We're a little bit different type of recovery, though. We are one that expects high. We have high expectations for not just your sobriety, because removing the alcohol and removing the drugs is just the first part. You remove that, just like with alcoholism. If you remove the alcohol, you still got the ism, and we want to be working on that. We want to get so far into recovery and life and health and growth that drugs, they're so uglified, they're so distant in our mind that it doesn't even have a place, because we're focused on bigger, better things than just quitting. And I know that getting through that first part, the first year and a half, 2 years of sobriety is tough. We are here for that. We have a huge online community that's there to support. We have challenges now. We have daily Zoom meetings. And as of right now, we have daily morning live streams. We're here to help with all that. Join our Discord. Check out our Facebook, all the videos we're dropping, and just get involved. Get involved. Become a helper. Get in there and help run meetings. Read the Just for Today. Drop motivational quotes. We have a motto around here, and it's called "We Recover Better Together," and it's a fact. We need each other to lean on. Two's better than one, because one falls down, the other person can help pick you up. I'm on day 24 right now of a 75-day challenge. I'm down 12 pounds. I'm hitting my goals. I'm doing 2 45-minute workouts a day. I'm working through my day, looking for things to be positive and grateful for. 20 things in particular to write down or say out loud. And then I'm looking for things that I admire about myself, which is the hardest one, because it's hard to just compliment yourself for some reason. I have a hard time taking compliments without backing it up with some justification or a joke. I think, we all do. We like being complimented, but at the same time, we're like, ooh, it just feels weird. Not me. We know ourselves too well. We know ourselves. We know our faults more than anybody. And we, as humans, as people with low self-esteems or traumatic events in our lives, or, things that have happened to us, feel less than. And when we have those compliments, we cringe at them a little bit and say, well, but you don't know the whole story. But we got to turn that around, because we are valuable. We are valuable people. We are. There's no getting around it. Addicts and people with mental health problems, and once they realize how valuable that they really are, I've seen them become amazing individuals in life. And I'm not talking about CEOs and flying airplanes, and I'm talking about the most happy, positive, joyful people I've ever met. You walk in the room, and if you walk in the room and your spirits are down, you encounter these people and you're just instantly lifted up. Their smiles, their positive outlooks, their all that stuff. And we can all get there. We can all get there through hard work, discipline, working our programs, being self-aware, taking constructive criticism, listening to sponsors, and being part of communities. Good morning, Eugene. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Marilyn. You guys want to see something cool? Watch this. If I take my hat off and I put it right here, I can just put a little stamp on my video. Kind of cool, huh? Don't tell anybody I'm a magician. But today we're going to jump back into that video. I want to go through more of this video by Andy Fisella. Powerful motivational speech by him about slaying the monster. So we're just going to go through and react to it, listen to it. Hopefully it affects us. Hopefully it affects you the way it affected me the other day when I started going through it. Because it's pretty powerful. It's one of those things that they get you if you're open and honest. And I love this when he gets into this part about not being the victim anymore. Because a lot of us do. We just play the victim. Any circumstance, we try to find the reason we're the victim and want people to just, oh, I'm so sorry. But it's just not a way to be. It's not a way to be. Let's jump into it.
Creativity that we would have because we're worried about something that isn't even that bad. Okay? Once you get done with this, you're going to be reminded how great it feels to overcome these situations, guys. And isn't that when we feel the most alive? Isn't that when we have the best feelings about ourselves?
If you remember yesterday, we were talking about, he was talking about what have you been putting off? And he talked about something he was putting off for a whole year or more. And then he finally did it, and it took him like a half hour. And he felt so much better. So what in your life are you putting off? And it's when we put off these things and then we finally accomplish, because we put them off, we have this like pressure and the stress, and that's where all that comes from. It's like, just take care of it. And then you take care of it. Boom. How amazing that feels. And that's kind of where we left off yesterday.
Right after we do something that we've been dreading to do, it is. And you know it is. Because every single one of you, no matter how frustrated or how much you may be struggling right now, you all have experienced what I'm talking about. You've all slayed a monster in the past, which means you could slay plenty of these motherfuckers in the future. Some of you people don't fucking get it, okay? And I'm talking specifically to you young people. And I want you to think about something. I want you to think about some of the greatest accomplishments that have ever happened in the world, okay? Talking about the Wright brothers inventing an airplane. Talking about, Usain Bolt running a 100-meter dash, setting a world record. Talking about 4-minute mile, okay? Talking about some of the greatest achievements in human history. Do you think that any of these people, any single one of them, got where they want to go or accomplish what it is they set out to accomplish by going half-assed, by going half-throttle? Okay, Louis.
Half-assed and half-throttle. We talked about this in the gym last night. And I kind of, when I go to workout, right? Think about it. If you go to workout or whatever exercise you're about to do, you show up, right? You're going to spend 30 minutes doing a process of lifting or moving in a strenuous way to get your heart rate up. Why spend that 30 minutes half-assed? You're going to be doing it anyway. Why do something that sucks only to suck at it? Put your full effort into it. Usain Bolt, when he ran that 100 meters, as he's getting to, that guy didn't go half-assed to get a world record. Obviously, he's very gifted and talented. And I love when they put it in perspective of how much he trained over his whole life for just 6 seconds or whatever his record, 4 seconds, whatever his record was. How many hours of training and years and time spent sprinting and running and training and working out just to run that long for that short of a period of time. Half-assed, right?
Lewis Hamilton isn't the Formula One champion because he goes around the motherfucking racetrack at half throttle. Okay? The Buccaneers aren't the Super Bowl champions because they play the Super Bowl half throttle. All right? But everywhere I look around, I see young people. When I say young people, normally I mean young in entrepreneurship. But right now, I mean fucking young. I mean 16 to 25. Okay? If you guys don't wake the fuck up and understand what the world's really about, you're going to lose.
That swears a lot.
Not only are you going to lose, your kids are going to lose. And their kids are going to lose. And their kids' are going to lose. Because you guys have been indoctrinated by the education system, by your parents, by your teachers, by social trends to believe that everything is just going to happen for you, okay? And what I see now is a big group of our population who are young beating on this victim drum and trying to identify what victim group they belong to. And I'm going to tell you guys can beat on that drum as long and as loud as you want to. You can do it your whole life, and a lot of people do, and you will never win with them, ever. So you have a question to ask yourself. Do you actually want a fulfilling, good life? Or do you want to just beat this fucking drum your whole life? Because the people that you listen to in your school, your parents, the people on TV and the media, they're all telling you the same shit. Oh, take it easy on yourself. Oh, it's okay to get 17th place. Oh, everything matters. And you're special. Guys, you're not special. Fucking 17th place doesn't mean shit. It ain't ever going to mean shit. And if you think it means shit, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get shit your whole fucking life. Okay? And I'm so tired of seeing people who can't recognize the obvious of that you have a choice. You have a choice. Your choice is to either join this group over here of nobodies and nothings and celebrate nothing with them every fucking weekend and bitch and moan and cry about how everybody fucked you and society fucked you and your job fucked you and your upbringing fucked you and your race fucked you and the government fucked you, and you're gonna fucking go over there and you're gonna be fucking miserable. Or you can come over here and you can understand that the only thing noble about victimhood is overcoming it.
I love that phrase right there. The only thing noble about being a victim is overcoming it, not wallowing in it and cherishing it and trying to have people be manipulated because of what you've gone through. But when you overcome it, you become that person. Like, all of us have had trauma. All of us have had childhoods, especially if you're here in this community here, this group. More than likely, we've all experienced some type of trauma when we were children. And to overcome it, that is awesome. How's everybody doing this morning? What do everybody think? Does everybody agree with this dude? A little harsh. I know he says the F word a lot, but oh well. That's just how he talks. Doesn't bother me none. How's your morning going? How's your challenge going if you're in the 30-day challenge? What do you think about all this? JPZ Studios. Oh, thank you so much, brother, for the super sticker. Appreciate that a ton. Tons and tons. Thank you. Good morning, buddy, he says. Dive Bomb Barazzo. Not really. Not really what? Not really been through anything? Not really having a good day? Not really what? What do you mean? Because I'll tell you what. I don't want to be lame. I want to be a victor. And right now I'm having one of those days to where I feel like I want to give up. Because yesterday, my videography, that I'm doing this daily vlog, right? And that's me trying to capture some type of little story throughout the day on my camera, come home, edit, and upload. And I want to get good at it to where it does hit YouTube algorithm and it does go and get views. That's my goal. I mean, that's what YouTube's about. And I want to do it. And yesterday, I feel like I dropped the ball. My video was mediocre at best. Julian's part in the video was awesome. But the rest of the video, I could feel that I was half-assed in making it. I was half-assed in editing it. I was half-assed in uploading it. I didn't have that creativity feeling inside me. I didn't have that learning that I wanted to accomplish something good with the video yesterday. Everything just felt bland and blah. That's why I color graded it black and white. And today, that negativity is still like in the back of my mind. I don't feel like I know what to do today with because as soon as I'm done here, you know what I do? I go work out for 45 minutes. And during that 45-minute workout, I try to record some of it, and it kind of just spurs throughout the day, but I want to get better. And today I have that feeling of the two camps, right? I screwed myself. I suck at this. I'm never going to be good at it. I feel like giving up. And then I look at the other option, which is the unknown option of what am I going to do? How am I going to get better at it today? Every time we go sit down to read something to educate ourselves, we feel dumb, even though it's making us smarter. Every time we go to work out and lift weights, we feel weak, but it's actually making us stronger. And I'm in that thing today. I'm right here to give up or not. Obviously, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to press forward, but I still have that pressure, which is I've done it to myself. I've put the pressure on myself to do this daily. And so I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try harder today to create something, to get better B-roll, to get a more creative story out of it. So that at the end of the day, when I hit upload, I'm happy with the result. And so far, I've been pretty happy with my progress with color editing and all that kind of stuff. But yesterday, wasn't too happy with it. Today, not feeling it. But I'm going to try. Good morning, bro. Brandon TV. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. That ages some people. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks for reminding me I'm old. R.I.P. Robin Williams. Not really liking the video of this guy. Oh, yeah? A little too much in your face. Too much off the top rope. I feel the same way some days. Yeah, I feel you. Your video for day 21 was amazing. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. You know, if you're going to make 100 videos, you can't expect them all to be good, you know. Probably. And if you look at batting averages yesterday, and I love baseball, and I love the baseball player's mindset. Y'all know I love baseball. And yesterday, Brandon Crawford's up to bat, plays for the Giants. He's getting pitched at by Urias from the Dodgers. And they're all, Brandon's had a really successful career hitting against Urias. He's gone 6-19. I was like, wait, what? He's faced this guy 19 times. He's hit the ball 6, and they considered it successful. Baseball's crazy. If you can get even close to 3 hits out of 10, you're an amazing athlete. And I got to remember that as I'm making these videos, you know, because it's the same type of statistics as baseball. And these baseball players' mindsets is they fail so much more than they have the success. But if they can creep up closer to that 50% line, you know, batting 500, nobody's ever done that. If you could hit 1 out of 2 pitches, you are a god, right? And so if I could even get anywhere near 6 good videos out of 20, that's successful. And I got to keep that mindset. You know, I struck out yesterday. The ball was pitched 3 times. I swung on a high fastball. Oh, well, I can't throw a fit. I can't break my bat over my knee. I got to go sit down, reevaluate, see what I did yesterday that was different, you know, and then attack it again today. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what we do with our recovery. And I hope that's what y'all are going to do today too. JPZ says, it's in your blood. You will hit your stride. It is in my blood, dude. I can't quit. It's the one thing I just can't, and I have to keep chasing. In my blood. Julian. Heck yes. Good morning, brother. Love you. Christopher, new here. Welcome. Very cool. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself if you want to. I'm LT. I'm an alcoholic addict. I started a channel called Recovering Addict a couple years ago to help out. I like making videos, so I was trying to just make videos about recovery and helping people out. And then COVID hit, so we went live, and it's kind of all morphed and evolved into this huge nonprofit now. Not huge, but just this little nonprofit. And now I'm on a 75-day hard challenge, strong challenge. I'm doing 2 45-minute workouts a day. I'm doing 1 daily live stream every single morning, and then I'm trying to do a daily vlog. I'm trying to up my level of life and become a better, more crazy version of myself and challenging myself, you know, because you don't know what you can do until you put yourself out there to do it. You don't know where your breaking points are until you freaking actually try. You don't know how far you can run until you start running and collapse. And then you know. But if you never start running, you'll never know. And so I started running 24 days ago, basically, and committed to what I'm doing. And I tripped up a little bit yesterday. You know what I mean? I'm stumbling, picking myself up from that little pebble I tripped over. And man, it's tough. And right now we're going through this video. We're doing a little reaction video to Slay the Monster by Andy Fisella. He comes off the top rope. He's going to tell you what you don't want to hear. He doesn't take excuses. He's been a victim. He's been stabbed in the face. He's taken 10 years to build his business, making hardly any money, just barely scraping by. The guy's been through the dirt, and he knows how to be successful. And on top of that, he knows how to be happy and productive in failure, just like a baseball player. So let's see what else he's got to say.
You can understand that the only thing noble about your life is going to be What you show people is actually passable. Okay? We're all put here for a fucking reason. And it's not to go over here and beat on this drum about what should be and what's not fair. The world will never be fair. The world will never, ever be fucking fair. Someone will always have an easier path than you. Someone will always have a more difficult path than you. Regardless of how difficult you think your path is, there's lots of people out there who have had that same path and actually won huge with that path. You're just choosing not to. And guys, if you can't understand that you have to make this decision, you are going to be in deep shit come your 30s and your 40s and your 50s. And if you don't believe me, go look at the people in the 30s, 40s, and 50s that you know and listen to what they said. And I guarantee you're going to hear a whole bunch of shit about how the world's unfair, how they got screwed, how their job screwed them, or their wife or husband screwed them. And they're going to have this long list of events that happened to them that have created the scenario that they live in now. And I don't buy that shit. I don't buy it. It's not true. Because what really happened was they gave the fuck up. They decided that instead of investing their time in skills like discipline and grit and fortitude and the ability to overcome and the ability to understand how to get shit done and the ability on how to understand how details actually create the skill set in your life, okay? They don't do that. They just go over here and cry. So your choice is go over here and cry or put the work in now to invest in these skills.
Exactly the challenges that I've set out upon is to build these skills and to stop crying and feeling sorry for myself. We were talking about that the other day about whoops. Totally just killed it for a second. Hopefully everybody's still here. Hopefully I'm still alive. We were talking about people who just start down the good path. They got the pink cloud. They're in recovery. Things are working, and then they just give up and they go back and relapse. And then they start playing this poor me. I couldn't because the world's against me. Everybody at my work hates me. Stuff's too hard. And they give up and they quit and they go back out, right? Never, either to never be seen again or to come back years later. And at that point, they just become another sad story. Nobody cares. I mean, we obviously feel bad and feel sad that they're doing that. And that's what it is. It's just a sad story. But other than that, everybody else moves on with their lives. And people that have the right mindset and growth are moving on in their lives in a positive way, not crying about it anymore. They're willing to help that person if they ever come back, but that person just enters another sad world, back to another lame life, and we'll never know because they gave up too soon. I love that little cartoon or whatever. The dude's chipping away and he's only about that far away from all the treasure and gold inside this cave, and he turns around and walks away, and the other guy didn't give up. And we got to be the ones that don't give up. I'm not going to be the one that gives up. Not today. I might feel like I failed yesterday, or I just didn't accomplish it the way I feel like I should have accomplished it. But hey, it was a learning lesson. And you know what it did? It actually drove me deeper into, okay, let me go study a little bit more about some things, trending, tags, camera work and stuff today that I'm gonna get put in my brain before I leave the house, so that hopefully tonight when I upload this video, whatever the video may be, is better. I want my videos to always be 1% better. And if they're 1% worse, that's when it kind of gets me. And I guess it's subjective. Somebody might think it's cool. I don't know. But I'm not worried about everybody else. It's about me getting better for me. All my stuff I'm doing is for me, to up my skill set, to up my level of life, my level of satisfaction in this world, and accomplish something. I'm 42 years old now. I'm like, my goodness, how much more time am I going to waste? I already wasted how much on crap I can't even remember because I was so drunk. You know what I mean? How many nights and days did I waste that I don't remember because I was drinking? You know, I can't do it no more. Most people just don't follow their gut feelings. Your gut is almost always right. Just listen to yourself. That's true. I was listening to that too. Even like Oprah, she said that all the best decisions she's ever made was from her gut. The ones that she screwed up on was when she had somebody else tell her what to do or overthought it. Your gut decision is usually right. Agreed. That's what I'm talking about. We got to just jump out there and learn new skills and get this grit that he's talking about. And I think the 75-day challenge I'm on is putting me there. I'm really getting close to that line of knowing where my breaking point is. And like, I'm on day 24 and I still got a long ways to go. Day 18 to 22 seemed to be a breeze, but the week before that was a struggle. So maybe it's this wave I'm on, and now I'm back into maybe a week of struggle. And on top of all of that, I'm eating super clean. I'm drinking a gallon of water a day, and I'm working out, right? So my body is going through some major changes. I'm down 12 pounds. I'm trying to get rid of my love handles. I'm trying to lighten the load off my knees because I'm getting older. So I'm trying to take care of myself. I try not to work out with my ego and bench 315 and squat 500 and deadlift, even though I will go heavy at times. But I mostly want to work out for the longevity and health, and it feels good to be able to get up off the ground, lay down, pick something up, and feel good through life. We were talking about that the other day too. You got people that are super overweight. They got knee problems, joint problems. They have to take all this high blood pressure medication. They're constantly in a state of life is hard. But when you go to the gym and you work out, or if you're going to go and educate yourself and learn, and you spend that hour reading and educating yourself is hard. You spend that hour in the gym walking up the stairs and on a treadmill and lifting weights. That hour is hard, but it produces something that makes life easier. But people will choose to sit and make life all around harder because that seems, I don't know. Why do we do that? I've done it. I've been way super overweight, and that's from getting out of this comfy chair and going to the gym and making time instead of just chilling, watching Netflix all day. I've been there, done that. And now, I don't know, maybe it's a midlife crisis. Who thinks I'm having a midlife crisis? Me? Or did I just wake up and realize some shit?
Okay, and what are these skills that we need? Well, I'm going to tell you the biggest one. The biggest one that you're going to need is to learn to see the fucking details and to learn that they all matter. Because it doesn't matter if you're cooking fucking French fries or making decisions about billion-dollar deals, okay? How you do the job is what matters. And you might be sitting there at McDonald's right now thinking, well, fuck, nobody appreciates that I make these fries extra good every time. It doesn't matter if they appreciate it or not. What matters is...
I really love this party's about to get into right now. Good morning, Geish. Good morning, Corey D. Wolf. Now, this part is about practicing being your best at what is seemingly the most mediocre skills, right? He's talking about French fries at McDonald's. Nobody notices me make these French fries the best at McDonald's. I make them the best and he's talking about that skill and the attention to detail it takes to do that. And when you start learning to put your effort into something that's seemingly that minuscule, as making French fries, it flows into the rest of your life. It spills over. It rolls over into the next chapter, into the next page. And so this is a skill that you should hone in on.
Is if you do it or not, because the next opportunity you have, what you're doing is you're ingraining inside of yourself the ability to do a great fucking job. And when you do a great fucking job and you take pride in your job and the outcome that it produces, guess what happens? You become more valuable. So now you're doing the fries. Next week, you're doing the fucking tacos and the burgers. Okay. And those are good too. Next thing after that, you're asked to manage a shift. You do that. You take the same attention detail. You put it in there. All of a sudden you're on a track. Okay. This is how it works. But because you have surrounded yourself with a bunch of fucking losers who bitch and moan and cry about fucking everything, you can't see that. And so you don't do it. And because you don't do it, you don't develop the skills. And because you don't develop the skills, the opportunities never present themselves. And this, my friends, is the cycle that most of you are in. So you have a decision to make. Your decision is go beat on the fucking victim drum or come over here and figure out what the fuck it takes to be successful. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's not one motherfucker, not one on this motherfucking planet, not a single human who beats that fucking drum that has fucking won.
harness those skills, and they spill over into the next opportunity. I love that. People that are just sitting there whining and crying over here in this corner never understand because they don't put in the time and effort to build those skills. And by not putting in the time and effort to build those skills, those opportunities never arise. You put yourself out there and things happen. You become a part of a network because you're starting to be around more like-minded people in whatever passion, hobby, desire, whatever path you decide to take this on in your current job, even, right? Like what I've done here with Recovering Addict and going live back in 2020. I started using this software that I'm using at this exact moment, right? This software that's producing this live stream that gives me the ability to pop up these comments, and it's called StreamYard. When 2020, it was still pretty brand new. Zoom meetings were still pretty brand new. Everything was still brand new, all this digital stuff, right? And so I'm just going live. I'm not thinking about anything out there, but I'm honing in my skills, learning how to speak into a microphone, learning how to talk to a camera, which is awkward, learning how to communicate in a live stream, right? And I'm doing this night after night after night because AA and NA shut down because of COVID. And about 6 months in, I get an email from StreamYard. They're like, hey, we've been watching you use our software, and we were wondering if you'd like to become a StreamYard producer. I'm like, what? What does that mean? They're like, well, obviously you know how to use the product we have, and we want to put you on our website so that if people need any help, they can actually hire you to produce a show for them. I'm like, yeah, put me down. So if you go to StreamYard and you follow the path to whatever line they got to get you the help you need, and say you're brand new to this software and you're brand new to streaming, you'll find me in there. You can contact me, hire me, and I can behind the scenes produce your live stream. That opportunity wouldn't have happened if I didn't put myself out there. And it happened I didn't plan it. I didn't reach out for it. I didn't look for it. It just happened because I was doing exactly what he said. I wasn't over here whining about it. I was actually making stuff happen. And what has come from that? I ended up producing during COVID, the very first one I got reached out for. And I've produced a few since then. Was a beauty pageant hosted from different hair salons, like 8 different hair salons. This beauty pageant, like where they came, walked down the aisle, did a little spin, look at my hair, because they were showcasing these hairdressers' talent. And they would walk back, and we had this whole judging system, like 8 or 9 different hair salons that I had to produce. And we had a whole script and all this kind of stuff. It was freaking amazing. And they were in Scotland. No, the whole roll your R Scotland guys. It was freaking amazing. And that opportunity just happened because I was focused on my skills, focused on winning, focused on learning and doing new things. And that's going to happen in your life too. You just start heading down that path, and the weirdest opportunities will come to you. But just like he says, if you're going to sit and whine and play the victim drum, continue to beat that drum. I know somebody very close to me in my life who is in their 70s, who has continued to beat this victim drum to this very day. And his life is not, from the outside looking in and being as close to as I am to this person, is not a happy, satisfying life. Thank you, Corey. Boomskis. Thank you very much. High five. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that a ton and a ton. So what do you think? What do y'all think? What are you going to do today? What should a topic for one of my videos be? How should I tackle this day? I think I'm going to delay my bike ride probably by an hour today. So I usually go outside. Right after this, I would shut this live stream down. I'm going to go upstairs, put on some clothes, get dressed, grab the dogs, load up my bike, drive down to the trail and ride my bike. But it's pretty cold today. It's a little rainy out there, so I might postpone it a half hour or so. And during that half hour, I'm going to utilize learning some more about my camera, some more about putting a story together, some more about hitting key tags. And I'm just going to get that stuff in my mind as I go out, and then try to take everything we've just talked about and put it into a video today. I've done my best not to play the victim. Me too. Because I could. I've been there. I got stuff in my life that I could sit and play the victim about, but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't sign the no work contract to get service because I knew my dad would roll over in his grave. He's going to pop out there and come smack you upside the head. All right, y'all. I will be back here tomorrow morning. Every single morning, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to find my breaking point. I'm trying to see how far I can go in honing skills and sticking to a disciplined schedule. That's hard. Not making an excuse to not show up just because you don't feel like it. I didn't really feel like getting on here this morning, turning all these lights on and getting the camera and the computers to work and all this stuff. I didn't really feel like it, but I did it anyway because I made a commitment to myself. Bye, honey. Love you. So tomorrow morning, I'll be back around the 7 o'clock mark. 7:30 is when I usually like to try to get on here. And I'll try to be on here every single morning until my 75 days. And then I'm going to take a little break. And then we'll see what happens, because this next 75 days, some opportunity is going to arise. I don't know what it is, but it's going to happen. I'm excited to see it. So until next time, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.